So this morning I was discussing with my partner Katya about neuroticism and just someone who overcomplicates things and makes every unnecessary detail a big deal. I've noticed patterns that seems to be particularly strong around people who have a caffeine dependence. People who abuse coffee and have stressful middle management jobs, they seem to have this look about them all the time that they never feel like they're relaxed. I think it's a sign of the times, where people just feel like they could never really relax. Anxiety is huge, because we're full of so much stress to succeed. And, in this capitalist society, there's this notion that, if you just bust your gut and work 16 hours a day, eventually you'll make it, you'll reach this point of success. And I just see so many people. They seem to be lost in this, zombie state. They're in autopilot, and they feel this constant need to delegate and be task orientated and need to focus on every overanalyze every detail because it gives them meaning, and it feels like they're constantly working on something that they're winning. I mean, that's good ethic to have, of course. It's amazing to have good work ethic, but you got to be able to switch that off. You got to be able to know, because I'm sure when it gets down to a CEO, he's got two people to hire for the next highest position of a big company. There's two candidates, say quite similar, but one of them is a bit overzealous, and you see they can't relax ever, and they always kind of be fidgety, and they can't take a joke, and they're just always on this same mode. It always just feels like they're always on business mode. They're just a machine. Or someone else who's very similar with their results, another candidate, but they they're more approachable. They feel like they're a human being. They'll be kind to a stranger. They have that air about them. They realize that life is every moment should be respected, and you should be able to find meaning and acceptance for every occasion. But you notice it. Someone who's actually enjoying their life and compassionate and in the present. They can feel, they realize the importance of being awake and in every moment, versus someone who's neurotic and constantly just on a go and doesn't see any point of success, or you just to be able to read the atmosphere and know energy and emotional intelligence, be able to read someone, be able to read when the occasion when there's no need for his perfectionism, OCD, because it can be a hindrance, and when you have over perfectionists in situations don't need it because it takes too long. Like the example of I used to work with this guy. He was a bit of a perfectionist. We're doing this minor work on this roof tiles, like the painting on the side, like the seal. It's called pointing. Yeah, and you pull the collars of this guy, he's supposed to just slap it on and just make it look like there's no marks. But this guy was spending way too long every detail, like an artist. He was given the passion and focus and attention to something that didn't need it, and that caused him to lose his worthwhile, because he was over perfectionist in unnecessary areas. He lost his worth. Now that can be relative. You can use that example to other things. Say if you're working with someone and they over perfectionist reading the safety warning guides of a pamphlet before they open something new, and they overstudy and they're spending too long on it, that they actually late for something else. That's time, and so you need to know how to what requires utmost focus, because that time when if you're always stressing out, like that utmost focus you have, that is that's really draining for your body. You understand, you might have such a high work ethic, you don't realize how much you're draining your body. And you should say that when you're at your best, that's really important. So if you're constantly trying to do overanalyze and critique and spending too long on unnecessary things, you're losing precious energy that should be focused on more important things. Like another example for you. I know this is great artist. I think it was Leonardo Da Vinci or someone like that. He used to have these great statues, and paintings, sculptures, and what he would do is he would pay his workers, his staff, his minions, his less successful people who looked up to him, and they would do the basic forming, just the basic work, and he'd come in and finish it off, the final touches that really needed attention to detail, right? Because he knew that time is precious, and he wouldn't. He was in the present, He knew he'd apply himself fully in this moment, right? And he knew he was emotionally intelligent enough to understand and comprehend that you can delegate some other tasks to other people and save more time and focus and energy and creativity for yourself for this precious less moments. It's all about. So he was good at reading. When you need to give all, because we have this notion now we have to give all the time and give all our energy and all our focus to every single part of work and and every detail of life, but don't take life so seriously. Work hard, yes, of course, but you only live once. You're gonna be dead. So you really have to. Every moment is precious, and sometimes you can just get in a situation. You're so focused, you're so stressed, and you think, but sometimes you just gotta take a step back and think, what? There's so much beauty in this world, so much crazy adventures, and I've had so many good memories and so many possibilities, and this little moment doesn't define me, Like Winston Churchill said, when you're going through hell, just keep going, Just get through this moment, and I think it's an ongoing thing to try and work on, but I think caffeine is a big contributor to anxiety and neuroticism that are seriously prevalent a lot, especially in big city life with people, middle management jobs at high stress, and they, when you do pump all these chemicals into you for this, try and encourage your performance, you're doing what you're doing is you're tricking your brain into flight or fright response, okay? When you abuse coffee, you're literally drinking this coffee, tricking your brain thinking that it's under attack, right? That's why you're getting more focus and energy, because you're thinking you need to solve this. Your body's constantly thinking that it's under stress. So it's fatigue. It's quite fatigue, or if it causes your adrenal gland, it can cause a lot of fatigue. And so the point of this talk is hopefully maybe know someone who might be like that overachiever who doesn't know how to take a step back and just take in the serenity every now and then, maybe just help them out, just not by telling them. I don't think preaching to someone is any way to solve something. I think the best way to help someone is monkey see, monkey do. They see you doing what you do naturally, and they rub off, and you rub off on them. You know what I mean? Like those Jehovah's Witnesses come to your house and say, "Excuse me, can I talk to you? I want to push this onto you." I don't think that's a way to go at all. If I see these Jehovah's just out having super happy looking families and just killing it, and just all looking just appearing to be super genuine people and just out making a difference instead of trying to preach to others, that would make more of a difference to me, And so, lead by example. Bye bye. Have a good life.